Hello, welcome again. We are covering the subject compressible fluid flow for civil services means IFS and GATE aerospace exam. So we have just covered the topic reflected waves or reflected shock waves. Now we'll solve one numerical based on that topic. So the numerical is consider the geometry shown in figure below. So this is the geometry. Here is supersonic flow with Mach number, pressure, temperature m1, p1 and t1 respectively is detected through an angle theta 1 by a compression corner at point A on the lower wall, creating an oblique shock wave emanating from point A. So here this is the flow having Mach number m1, p1, pressure p1, temperature t1. It is deflected by an angle theta 1 by an oblique shock wave emanating from point A. This shock impinges on upper wall at point B here. Also precisely at point B, the upper wall is bent downward to an angle theta 2. So this wall is bent downward to an angle theta 2 here. The incident shock is reflected at point B, creating a reflected shock. This is incident shock and this is reflected shock, and it is reflected, creating a reflected shock which propagates downward to the right. It is propagating downward to the right in the figure. Now consider the flow where m1 is 3, p1 is 1 atmosphere and t1 is 300 Kelvin. Consider the geometry shown in figure where theta 1 is 14, this theta 1 is where 14 and theta 2 is your 10. This is your 10. Calculate the Mach number, pressure, temperature in region 3 behind the reflected shock. Okay. So this is your flow in region 1, and first it will get a deflection of angle theta 1, and after this shock wave, incident shock wave, after reflected shock wave, it will get a deflection of angle theta 1 plus theta 2, because this wall is bent by an angle theta 2 downward, and when it is not bent, this angle and this angle would be same, but now it is bent. So for the flow to remain parallel to this wall, the flow has to be bent by an angle theta 1 plus theta 2, because it is moving in this direction. If we bend it in theta by theta 1, so it will be like this. Okay, now it has to be parallel to this wall, so it has to be bent theta 2 also. More so total angle will be at theta 1 plus theta 2. First theta 1 is your for will make it parallel to this one, and then theta 2 bent will make it parallel to this one. Okay, so this is the procedure. First it will be deflected by an angle theta 1, then it will be deflected by an angle theta 1 plus theta 2, because this wall is bent by theta 2. If it is not bent, it is parallel to this wall, then it will be bent, the flow will be bent about an angle theta 1. Okay, so now if we consider the condition here, then here the Mach number is 3, theta 1 is 14, and if we see the diagram, theta beta m diagram, for 14 degree, this is your 14 degree, and Mach number 3, so this is your Mach number 3. So we can see that the beta is your 31 something. So taking it as 31.2. Okay, so beta 1 will be at, this beta 1 will be at 31.2, and we can find out normal Mach number using the oblique shock formula, that is mn1 is equal to m1 times beta 1. So that will be your 1.554, or we can say it is 1.56. So now from the shock table, we can see properties corresponding to 1.56. So here my is your 0.681, and this is pressure ratio, this is temperature ratio. So we can note down these things. So pressure ratio is your 2.673, temperature ratio is 1.361, and mn2 is 0.6809. So these are the properties here. Okay, so now again using oblique shock formula we can find out this is your Mn2, so we can find out M2. Mn2 is sine beta 1 minus theta 1. So beta 1 is your 31.2 and theta 1 is your 14. So M2 here will come out as 2.3. Okay, so these are the conditions. Or we can find out pressure also. Okay, or temperature also in the region 2, or we can move further. Okay, so here the Mach number is 2.3, and now in second refracted wave the flow is deflected by an angle theta 1 plus theta 2. So that means the deflection angle is 24 degrees, that is 14 plus 10, 24 degrees. Now we'll see corresponding to M2 is equal to 2.3 and theta is equal to 24 from theta beta M diagram. So this is your 24 and this is your 2. Approximately 2.3. So this will be a 2.3 and this will give the beta as 52.5. Okay, so from this we can find out again normal Mach number. So from normal Mach number is M2 sin beta 2, so that will come out as 1.82. Now from shock table we can find out the relationship between the properties between region 2 and 3. So that is your P3 by P2, T3 by T2 and Mn3. So M for M or Mn 1.82 from the shock table we can see the properties. 1.80 is there, so 1.82 is also there. 1.80 and after that 1.85, so we can make interpolation. So this is your Mach number, this is your pressure ratio, this is your temperature ratio. So it will be 3, pressure ratio will be 3.698 by interpolation, and temperature ratio is 1.547 and Mach number is 0.6121. So from this Mach number, this is your normal Mach number. Normal Mach number means normal to this way. So Mach number in this region 3 will be your, again by using oblique shock formula, Mn3 divided by sine beta 2 minus theta 1 minus theta 2, because here deflection angle is theta 1 to theta 2. So it is 1.28. So now we can find out pressure in the region 3 also, that is P3 by P2 into P2 by P1 into P1. So P2 will cancel out, P1 will also cancel out, and now we have P3 by P2, we have P2 by P1, and P1 is 1 at both places. So from this we can find out P3, and same way we can find out P3 also. So this is your 631.6 Kelvin.